There was no way I was passing up on this story. This one hits a little too close to home for me to be able to just not acknowledge and not go and speak my mind about, because it pissed me off on a number of different levels, and it's just another fucking story that you can add to the pile that the media wants to go and turn into a goddamn bandwagon for whoever fucking asshole out there has an agenda that needs filled up. So right now, we got the media speculating and basically trying to go and put everything under a microscope and, you know, do their fucking detective work, saying that this teenager who stabbed his Spanish teacher in school, right now, the reasoning and the grounds for it has to be due to his interests and his hobbies. He's into metal. He's into video games. These are obviously the two main ingredients that are going to go and make a troubled individual. That's the reason why he did something like this. They faintly touch upon what might be some of the driving force behind somebody going and doing something like this, but they focus on things like, you know, well, he was part of Achievement Hunters, and he played Dark Souls. Yeah, that made a lot of sense. And they put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he had a picture of the Grim Reaper on his Facebook profile. I've seen the Grim Reaper on shitloads of things throughout the years. Everywhere. People have it tattooed on them. People have flags of it. People have shirts of it. People have done tons of art of it. Grim Reaper's just kind of cool and represents something. That's really about it. Doesn't mean that you're a fucked up individual. But can't explain that to an idiot, now can you? But let's go and dive into some of the reasoning why something like this may have possibly occurred. This kid was bullied all the time. They had dubbed him as being an introvert, and that he was isolated from pretty much everybody else in school and was a loner. If somebody gets bullied all the time, do you ever, and when I say all the time, I mean literally on a day-to-day basis, do you ever think that eventually poking that animal is going to send them right over the edge? You ever think that's going to happen? Because sometimes that does happen. You ever think that does anything psychologically to the individual? Because it does. Now, let's go and add more into this. He did drugs frequently. They didn't really bring that up. Something that can cause a chemical imbalance inside your brain. But let's not bring that up. Let's focus on the fact they played Dark Souls. Yeah, Dark Souls. Totally the reason why you just snap in the middle of class and attack somebody. Then, beyond all this, he had suicidal tendencies. On more than one occasion, he had threatened to commit suicide. Now, I'm not a big-time genius, but just taking those couple of aspects of an individual's personality, combining it with that he's a teenager, and when you're a teenager, your hormones and your emotions are all over the place. I can definitely speak for myself that I was all over the place at that age. In conjunction with everything else, you smash that together, you're going to have a person who could possibly be pretty fucked up and make really piss-poor decisions. And might be so fucked up that they're unaware of what they're doing. And you're going to try to say it's because of his musical preference and his gaming preference, or just gaming in general. Now, you are all well aware that I'm a metalhead and obviously a gamer. Well, I've been listening to death metal for a very long time. I got into music pretty much when I was a young teenager. Prior to that, I didn't give a shit about it, despite the fact that I was surrounded by it all the time. But I was brought up on rock and metal. From little kid. I had games around me all the time, including violent ones. Surrounded by horror movies, too. And pictures of the Grim Reaper. Hell, 2 people in my family have the Grim Reaper tattooed on them. They're not fucked up individuals, and me seeing that didn't make me fucked up. But you're going to try to go and say that that's what's driving him to do that. I think it's a shame that the media will take a tragic story of a woman being murdered in cold blood for next to no fucking reason at all. You're going to take an individual who might have some of the most deep-rooted issues that there is to have, and you're going to just play it all off and say it's because of two random-ass things that you did from next to no fucking digging. Well, we saw him in an achievement hunter shirt. Video games are the devil. Your fucking agenda should be burned. The fact that half these assholes are supposed to be professionals makes me sick to my stomach. And the fact that this is how you're going to try to portray billions of people out in the world fucks me up even more. And try to say that listening to metal is going to make me real fucking evil, right? That's weird. It's interesting because it was said about rock music whenever it first started getting big, and that it was the devil's work, and anybody who was fucked up, it was because they listened to it. Because it was something that the media couldn't wrap their head around, and it was going against the grain. When rap became real big, guess what? Anytime that there was something that happened, they said, well, that person listened to rap music, clearly it's because of that. There you go. Metal, oh man, that's all evil and all about the devil and stuff, which shows how fucking naive that you are and how fucking dense that you are. But again, since it's the minority against the majority, and it's something that they don't understand, there you go. Scapegoating anything and everything, and it's all for the sake of headline news. And you motherfuckers get paid to say this shit. You get paid to shovel this shit. And there's empty-headed motherfuckers out there that will go on bended knee and fucking swear that it's the truth without thinking for themselves, without using their fucking head meat. Not a one. I find it offensive on so many fucking levels. I do. That's why I talk about it so often, because I find it offensive. Is it something new? No, it's not fucking new. But every single one of them should be put on full blast. Every single one of these people should be put front and center for the frauds that they are, for the fucking liars that they are. You don't know shit about him. You just want to go and stir up shit. That's where I have a fucking problem with it. Oh, he was wearing all black. It's a color of clothing. This does not depict anything. This doesn't make me evil. This doesn't make me badass. It just so happens to be a color of fabric. That's all. That's all it is at the end of the day. I wear steel-toed boots and fucking skater shoes. Are you going to tell me that those somehow, since they're my preference, makes me evil? Now, you have an individual who psychologically went over the edge and did something fucking terrible. That's what you have, and you refuse to fucking say something like that. I feel bad for his fucking parents, who obviously were trying to bring up a good kid, and that's what happened. I feel bad for the family of the fucking victim of his teacher. I feel bad for the fucking students who had to go and see something like that. But it's just, this kind of shit is fucking sickening. We take all of the focus off of the individuals and try to focus it on something that is completely unrelated. And that's what's happening right now. Is it's just a shift in blame. That's all. Can't blame him anymore. You gotta blame all this other shit because we got that agenda, right? Get the fuck out of here. It's not metal, it's not fucking video games, it's not any of the shit that he's into. It's just him. Upstairs wasn't fucking working out too well. Either way, this is something, the news story is down below. Please read it in fine detail. You'll see all sorts of shit that just, it makes you scratch your fucking head and wonder why the fuck these people are allowed to say the shit that they do, because it's slander. Yet it's allowed. And it's just fucking sickening because, well, we represent gaming because it's part of our culture, right? Well, they're saying that all of us are fucking monsters just waiting to fucking burst. All you metalheads out there, same exact thing. It's a news story worth sharing because it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Either way, my condolences to both families in it, and it's fucking terrible. The kid, go to fucking jail immediately. You should be thrown in the slammer for the rest of your life. You committed murder. End of story. Either way, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say because this fucking story sucks and the media sucks. So, that's about it. I'm out.